So I need to thank 3 men that wrap their arms around me. My deacons. Deacon Hank Pegaron. Deacon Jesse Barnes. And Deacon Gerald Howard. I thank you. Thank you. We ain't got to go into details, but thank you. I thought I was done preaching. God sent me to Charlotte. And I think I've led more people to Christ on the ground than I have from the elevated platform. Just the other day, I'll get to that at the end. But I'm thankful for the opportunity. I was minding my business, and I get a phone call from Sherry. My minister, we need a word from you. So here I am this morning. So thank you, Sherry, for thinking of me. Thank you, Dr. Baker, for the opportunity. Let's go to work. John, if you got to go to the bathroom, this is the time to go. If you have the Bibles, will you please stand and turn with me to Esther 4. Esther 4, verse 4 through 17. Esther 4, 4 through 17. If you don't have your Bible or your smartphone, it will be on the screen. This morning, I bought the whole Raggedy Bible. It ain't got all the pieces. It ain't got all the pages, but it's a good one. Esther 4 and 4. When Esther's eunuchs and female attendants came and told her about Mordecai, she was in great distress. She sent clothes for him to put on instead of his sackcloth, but he would not accept them. Then Esther summoned Hathach, one of the king's eunuchs, assigned to attend her, and ordered him to find out what was troubling Mordecai and why. So Hathach went out to Mordecai in the open square of the city, in front of the king's gate. Mordecai told him everything that had happened to him, including the exact amount of money Haman had promised to pay in the royal treasury for the destruction of the Jews. He also gave him a copy of the text of the edict for their annihilation, which had been published in Susa, to show to Esther and explain it to her. And he told him to instruct her to go into the king's presence, to beg for mercy and plead with him for her people. Hathach went back and reported to Esther what Mordecai had said. Then she instructed him to say to Mordecai, all the king's officials and the people of the royal province know that for any man or woman who approaches the king in the inner courts without being summoned, the king has but one law, that they be put to death unless the king extends the gold scepter to them and spares their life. But 30 days have passed since I was called to go to the king. When Esther's words were reported to Mordecai, he sent back this answer. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone, you of all the Jews, will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai. Go gather together all the Jews who were in Susa, and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days or night. I and my attendants will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went away and carried out all of Esther's instructions. This has been the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. For the purposes of this sermon, please remain standing. For the purpose of this sermon, our sermon will come from the last verse 14, the last sentence of verse 14. For who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. This morning's sermon is entitled, For Such a Time as This, and our subtitle, Hope After Darkness. Let us pray. Father, you could have chosen so many others, but you've chosen the least of them, the one who is broken, the one with flaws, the one with a whole lot of mistakes, but the one who loves you more than anything. So, Father, I just ask right now that you equip me with everything I need for your people to get a breakthrough. Don't allow me to say anything, but you say everything. Father, you didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far. Have your way. It is in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. For such a time as this. After practice on June 23rd, 2018, 12 members of the Wild Boar soccer team followed their coach into the Fan Luang cave in northern Thailand to celebrate one of the players' birthday. The 2.5-mile trek into the cave was easy enough, but a sudden downpour of heavy monsoon rain flooded the subterranean, making it impossible to leave. Rescue crews were dispatched, but they were unable to rescue the boys because 15 feet of water blocked the narrow passage of the cave exit. Specialists tried pumping water out of the cave. They also attempted to drill a hole, but they were unsuccessful. The boys spent 18 days in the cave, a cave that was dark, wet, and impossible to navigate. On July 8th, 13 diving specialists from all over the world and 5 Navy SEALs that have spent thousands of hours in the dark and underwater preparing for moments like this went into the cave to rescue these young men. Through a complete miracle, all 13 young men were rescued from the cave. They were in the dark because of a sudden downpour, and they were trapped. But they all made it out. This morning, someone missed their shouting cue. If truth be told, there are some people in this sanctuary that feel like they're in the dark. They feel like they're in a cave. Life's sudden downpour has you feeling like you are not going to make it. You're drowning in sorrow and you feel like you're trapped in your current situation. To no fault of your own, life got out of control real quick. Loss of a job, sickness in your body, or you don't love the person you marry. Whatever it is, it has you feeling like you're in a cave. If it was just one thing, you can handle that. But your reality is, if it's not one thing, it's another. Problems at work, problems at home, and problems at church. You feel like you're being stretched beyond your capacity. They say God will put more on you than you can bear. But this is getting a little too heavy. God, if you don't show up today, I may lose my mind. I stopped by on this Friends and Families weekend with a word from the Lord. The sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed in you. Yes, you are suffering, but you will not die in your suffering. On the other side of your pain, there is a blessing. I know you're ready to throw in the towel. I know you can't sleep at night, but God sent me with 2 words. Trust God. He has prepared you for such a time as this. What you've been through in the past has prepared you for today. And what you're going through today is preparing you for tomorrow. Painful, but necessary. Hurtful, but beneficial. Impossible, but He's able. Is there anybody that knows He's able? I don't know about you, but I'm going to put my trust in God. All over the sanctuary, if you're going to put your trust in God, can you just release one praise into the situation. Allow me to give you some history. Esther, who was first given the name Hadassah. Hadassah in Hebrew means sweet and bitter. Just like a black woman, she could be sweet, but she will also give you a piece of her mind.
Amen, amen.
She was raised by her older cousin Mordecai because both of her parents died when she was a young girl. Esther was a beautiful young lady. She was so beautiful that after Queen Vashti was removed from the throne, the king of Persia selected Esther to be the next queen. Her parents died. She was raised by her cousin in slavery, and then she was made queen. She finally made it from the hood to the palace, and then all hell breaks loose. Candace, what do you do when you finally reach your goals, and then you're confronted with the most challenging season of your life? One day, the king elevated Haman to his chief of staff, and the king commanded everyone to bow to Haman. But Mordecai, being a Jew, refused to bow. Haman felt disrespected, so he sent out a decree that all Jews shall be executed. Mordecai sent word to Esther that she needed to do something. Deacon Barnes, what do you do when your problems ain't got nothing to do with you, but everything to do with your family? For the next 13 minutes, I want to share with you what to do when you find yourself in the dark. The first thing you must do when you find yourself in the dark is open your mouth. Mordecai says to Esther in verse 14, if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. Shame in church is a silent epidemic. Deacon Macbeth, throughout the body of Christ, people come to church on a weekly basis, broken, but ashamed to ask for help. They're ashamed to ask for help because they're afraid of being judged. I have this issue, but what will people think of me? Our silence has us sitting in the darkness of depression. We have been taught and socialized not to discuss our issues. People come to church dressed up every week, and they mask their deepest concerns. They're smiling on the outside, but broken on the inside. Blessed and highly favored bumper stickers, but they cry themselves to sleep at night. Dr. Baker, studies have shown that 59% of Christians are depressed. This morning, we have empty pews, not because people don't love God, but because they're depressed and can't get out of bed. Right now in this church, there are people dealing with real life issues, and they're silent. They're silent because they're afraid of what you will think of them. Our silence is killing us softly. What happens when you put a soda in the freezer? Eventually, you will explode. Sin is running rampant in the church, not because we don't love God, but because we're using sin to medicate the pain of life's hardships. Those of you that have it all together, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those that will admit, I'm not perfect, and I need God. This morning, I need to know, are you tired of being tired? Are you tired of giving your all, but your family is taking advantage of you? Mordecai said, if you remain silent, you will die in your situation. So I wrestled with God, and I asked him, how do I get out of the dark? And he led me to Psalm 34. Verse 1, 2, and 3 says, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make a boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Verse 4 says, oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Then verse 5 says, I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Verse 19 said, many of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. God has the power to deliver you from your shame, but you have to open your mouth and bless his holy name. When you're sitting in silence, the enemy has you right where he wants you. Your deliverance is connected to the sound of your voice. If you want to come out of your pain, then open your mouth. Pentecost only happened because everyone opened their mouth, and then the Spirit of the Lord fell down. What will happen in this church if everybody would open their mouth? What power do you think God will release if everybody opened their mouth? Today is not a day to be bougie. Today is a day to lift up the name of the Lord. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Today is not a day to be quiet. I need something from God. And I need you to help me get it. Are there any desperate people in this church? If you want something from God you never had, you got to do something you've never done. Will you open your mouth and praise the God you serve? In this season, God is looking for some desperate people. People that will cry out and say, God, for your glory, I will do anything. Yes, Christian sings it, but do you really mean it? Will you open your mouth and praise the God you serve? We have got comfortable in church. We show up at church and expect God to move. God says you have perfect attendance, but you're not hungry. Is there anybody in this church that is hungry for God? God, I want more of you. God, I need more of you. God, I got issues, and I know you can handle them. Is there anybody in this church that doesn't mind magnifying the name of the Lord? Open your mouth and praise the God you serve. When you find yourself in the darkness of depression, you must open your mouth. The second thing you must do is use your platform. At the end of verse 14, Mordecai tells Esther, who knows, but you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Well, they often say that it's lonely at the top. When many of us make it in life, we often create distance from those who were once close to us. But I have found true success is not measured through isolation. It is measured by how many people you have shared your platform with. When I first arrived in Charlotte, the red carpet was rolled out for Angel and I. Tickets to games and concerts, parties and celebrations. And someone that I have grown to respect dearly said, Vic, when you get the access, give it away to others. In his book called Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell investigates a town of immigrants who left Risotto, Italy in the 1800s to come to America. Most of these people settled in one area of Pennsylvania. The new town looked very much like their old home in Italy. Everyone spoke Italian. A doctor in the region said that he rarely found anyone that suffered from heart disease. This was strange because so many people in the rest of the country were dying of heart attacks. Researchers discovered that the Italians ate poorly. They didn't exercise, but they didn't suffer from heart disease. Not only did they have healthy hearts, but they didn't suffer from ulcers, no suicide, no alcoholism, no drug addiction, and there was low crime. The researchers concluded the reason the Italians were so healthy were they lived in community. These people lived in such close-knit community with one another that their togetherness literally overcame their poor diets and lack of exercise. Though they ate poorly by dietary they ate together. These people were truly better together. When you look at David in the Bible, he was a mighty man of God. But the moment he isolates himself, he makes his biggest mistake. At a time when he was supposed to be at battle, he left his men and then found himself with baby mama drama. And he had Uriah killed. In between temptation and sin is isolation. When we find ourselves going through a dark situation, use your platform to bless someone else. What we go through in life is not about us. It's so we can help someone get through what we've been through. At this point, I wanted to scream and shout, but the Holy Spirit said, no, let this set in. You are better when you are with community. You are better when you're with family and friends. What would your life be like if you didn't isolate yourself? What would your family be like if you didn't push them away? How much power would the church have if we operated in community? How much power would the church have if we operated in unity? Psalms 133 is one of the shortest psalms, but one of the most powerful. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Right now on this Friends and Family Sunday, God is challenging us to examine our relationships. No, I'm not talking about singing, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never leave beside me. God wants us to think what friend or family member you need to apologize to. What areas of your life do you need to use your platform to bless someone else? God has called us for such a time as this. Yes, you are struggling. Yes, you may find yourself in the dark, but God wants you to be a blessing to someone else. So when you find yourself in darkness, you must open your mouth. The second thing you must do is use your platform. And the third thing you must do is you must activate your faith. In verse 16, Esther exhibited great faith when she said, I will go to the king. This was an exercise of faith because it was unlawful for anyone to approach the king without first being summoned. Even the queen needed permission to approach her husband. Esther knew that the penalty of approaching the king was death, but she was in a desperate situation. She thought of alternatives, but her family's livelihood was dependent upon her faith. That is a challenging place to be in when you have the strongest faith in your family and everyone is leaning to you for answers. Naisha, every now and again, life will throw you lemons, and that's when you have to activate your faith and say, Lord, I don't know when you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I know you will do it. Young people, I need you to know there will come a point in life where God will strip you of everything so you can totally depend on Him. He will strip you to see how strong your faith is. It's one thing to say, trust God. It's another thing to live, trust God. When your loved one is laying on their sick bed, when you're standing over a casket looking at your child or parent, when you're on the unemployment line, that's when you have to activate your faith. I know I'm not the only one that has been in the cave. Is there anybody knows that God specializes in the impossible? If He's done it for you before, He'll do it for you again. The God that I serve is the God of yesterday, today, and forevermore. I heard the old saints say, He's my rock, my sword, and my shield. He's my wheel in the middle of the field. He's the lily of the valley. The Bible